Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Lego the Dark Warrior. And so this is a tier 6 game on Airfield. We have our hero in the T-3485M, if you know I can talk. This is a premium tank. He is platooned up with Sergeant Frost back there in the T-150. That's actually one of my favorite tier 6 heavy tanks in the game. I still have mine, all decked out in camouflage, even though I've had it for like 4 years at this point in time. Yeah, so let's bump up that main map because I forgot to do so before we started recording. And let's get on into the game. As he, I guess I'm so shot up by the 12T, hiding in a great location, by the way. That's actually a spot I always take up in medium tanks and light tanks, because you can often catch the enemy poking too far forward, and if you have a big enough gun with a little bit of alpha on it, you can track them in location, and that generally either wastes a repair kit or you might be able to get a second shot off. Looks like there's Hetzer way out on the edge of the map, and that's gonna hurt, because of course we can't get hit by too many of those shells. Another 4 of those, actually another 3 of those maybe, depending if it high rolls, and that will be the end of that. That was an HE shell. If he gets a lucky hit with HE, he could potentially one-shot us. So I mean, the side of this tank is not super tough, but it is amazing for side scraping. So if we can maybe angle it, we'll do better, but we'll have to see. Firing, nope, not firing. He was trying to shoot under his buddy's gun, and apparently just never. Ooh, that was the shot we wanted, but of course Sergeant Frost was in the way, and is in the way again. Sergeant Frost apparently not getting hit in the side, but even though it definitely looks like. Wait, is that T-28 trying to push him out? That's what it looks like he's doing. Yep, because you know these low tier games full of amazing people, right? Nice shot into the KB1. Unfortunately, KB1 returns fire, so all in all, that really didn't do a whole lot of much. He's looking for the shot on the KBA5. Does in fact get it. Unfortunately, hits the turret a little high and bounces. And he's going for that tracking shot. Gets the track shot. Nice job. Is going to get a second track shot and tracking damage. And because we know he's fired, go ahead and put another one into the drive wheel again. And this KBA5 is going to die before he can reload, which is great. That definitely shifts the numbers in our favor a little bit. Now, tracking the KB1 gets a little bit of tracking damage, knowing he's fired. Go ahead and pop around that corner. These two are working really, really well together. Now, they're sharing damage to make sure that neither of them dies, and they are tracking the opponents to make sure the other one gets clean shots off. And so, between the two of them, you know, switching out who's taking the lead, who's taking the shots, they are doing quite a bit of damage and just continuing this push all the way through. Unfortunately, the enemy has secured the hill or mostly secured the hill in the middle. Yeah, driving off the last of our friendlies over there as we bounce 3 shots. I didn't think we were going to bounce any of those. Oh, okay. There we go. That's with the armor. Well, nice job taking out the most dangerous target first. And another target. This one, of course. The second one wasn't as dangerous because we were in cover from him, but it was a one-shot. And whenever you're down on health or just trying to stay in the game or whatever, actually, really, anytime you can, the objective is to take out the ones that you can one-shot as soon as possible. Because that's one more enemy gun that's not shooting at you, and one more. Well, it's a little bit more likely that you're going to survive, and of course, it is the experience and credits from a kill, which is always worth it. T67 just running the gauntlet up there, trying to take out our P43. And it looks like he's in fact going to distract him, and the AMX is likely to take out the P43. Sergeant Frost does hit the AMX, but I don't think he's going to kill either of them as they start ducking back down into cover. Unfortunately, the 12T does take out Sergeant Frost, and it's just us left in the platoon with only 100 health left. We're not going to be able to... Well, okay, that will solve that problem. Auto aiming will not hit the T-67 at this kind of range when it's juking and jiving, but a little bit of actual aiming will. And now he's looking for the shot on the Ram 2 or the Chinook. I don't know if he particularly cares which one he shoots, as long as he does get one of them. He is switching over to HE, knowing he can pen the Chinook and the side of the Ram. That's a lot of HE though. Seriously, maybe take 10 of those rounds and turn them into AP. I didn't see at the start of the game if he had 20. I really probably should have looked, but I didn't think about it until just right now when I went, that's a lot of HE ammo he's got. Unfortunately not. Yeah, okay, now he's loading up the gold ammo, because he's not going to be able to go through that Ram turret with the HE. But he does bounce the Chinook round. Ram misses, bounces, bounces again. That angled front armor on this thing is quite nice. Oh, 1 health left. That's really all you need to win though, right? Good job. Wow. That was a good job. Look at those. Because this tank doesn't follow the traditional Russian design of having the pike nose. Well, I guess that's later. But anyways, because it's slanted, but still in box shape, these rounds were just ricocheting off into nowhere. If he had the pike, these rounds would have penetrated. Or at least the first round would have penetrated. And then the other two would have gone nowhere. But, well done, sir. Look at that. Just getting shot in all the worst places to get shot, or to do damage against this tank. As he one ricocheted off his lower places because of how angled it was. Wait, does that say heroes? It does. Well done, sir. The last stand. Yeah, that's appropriate. Well done. This was a great game. Thank you so much, Lego, the Dark Warrior, for sending this in. And we're gonna jump over and see what his battle results were. But I'll be shocked if this is an ace tanker, right? Look at those medals. That is in fact an ace tanker. Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Fact, Shellproof, Rowley Walters mount, which I had actually forgotten he had. The Spartan because of all those ricochets, Steel Wall, High Caliber, and Top Gun. Wow, that is the trifecta for anybody who wants that right there. Good job. Well done. Holy smokes. He is more than twice the experience of anyone else on the team. So I assumed that Sergeant Frost was doing a bunch of damage when these guys were peeking and poking. But apparently it was just Lego that was doing the damage, and Sergeant Frost was just taking shots. I'm so glad they pushed together, because they definitely did really well together. And it turns out that enemy Ram was the best player on his team. So it was kind of a duel at the end by the two best players on the opposing teams. Had this little standoff. And it worked out really well for us, but so close for that poor Ram. I'm actually surprised he didn't fire some HE at the end there. If he'd fired HE, he probably would have won. I mean, at least after he dropped us down to 1 health, right? Some HE would have finished us off, but nope. I mean, choices in the heat of battle, sometimes it's really hard to choose that when you're actually doing it. And it's so much easier when you're, Monday morning quarterbacking like I am now. But this was awesome. Thank you so much, Lego, for sending this in. This is actually such an amazing game that I'm gonna send you 3 days of premium, because this is the kind of game you want premium on, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and send you 3 days of premium, because this deserves it. This was an awesome game, and I feel like I didn't do it justice commentating on it, but thank you anyway. And I can't wait to see your next game, because this was so awesome. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.